So, without further delay, let's begin. Let's start. Yes. So, am I clearly audible to everyone? Am I clearly audible to everyone watching us tonight? Yes. So, banking and financial awareness to August 2022, and this is the second edition of this month. As the content was huge, we decided to have it in two editions. So, this is banking and finance part 2 and especially dedicated for RRB scale 2 scale 3 aspirants because admit cards are out, very less time to prepare. So let's begin. Let's start. In case you are new to the channel, you can subscribe us. The banking and financial awareness dedicated course looking into the exam ahead. We have launched it, so you can enroll to it. Test series, RBI circular 1 year, monthly banking, everything will be covered under it. Last minute discount code is also given to you. You can take advantage of that too. And looking into your demand, we have also launched the consolidated PDF. It is already shared. The August PDF will be shared to you very soon. So one liner also, so we have started sharing the one liner with everyone like this one. The entire MCQ of 16 page, and we will be adding the August MCQ 216 पेज का ये consolidated मंथली फिनेंशियल अवेयरनेस का पीडीएफ है एमसीक्यू के साथ और आंसर भी इमीडिएटली अवेलेबल है सॉल्यूशन भी इमीडिएटली अवेलेबल है दैट कैन सेव योर टाइम एंड वन लाइनर prepared by Praveen sir is also given to you. Okay, so I think almost all your needs are now stands addressed. Clear? So yes, just a second. Let me start it. Let's start the banking and finance. Here are the course link, the dedicated RRB Scale 2 Scale 3 course. Yeah, yes, computer capsules are already uploaded. Please check it out. In application, it is already uploaded. A last minute revision note of computer will also be shared very soon, probably by this weekend. Okay, PSB's plan to create central talent pool. First slide for the day from the month of August 2022. All the public sector entities, public sector banks have now decided to have a common talent pool. The state run banks now proposing to create a central talent pool to finalize a 3-year business strategy for individual banks aiming to improve their performance and competitiveness. So the talent pool will have senior level domain experts from all public sector banks and will look up to build peer to peer collaboration by sharing technology, operations, and people capabilities. So now, as you know, that there is a huge manpower crisis in banking industry, and more there are talent crisis because expertise are no longer staying in a particular bank for longer period of time. So looking into all that, now public sector banks planning to have a common talent pool. That means if in State Bank of India there are some experts in treasury, and if UCO Bank has none, then UCO Bank people or a senior management of UCO Bank can take the advantage of the expertise from the SBI talent pool or the professional treasury managers from State Bank of India. So this is going to work in this regard. In April, after the PSB Manthan conclave, the government asked PSB to set up a 3-year roadmap for the business strategy and suggested that they explore more collaboration among themselves. At the end, all of them are the product of the government of India or the initiative of government of India. So they have to collaborate for more. Like the viability plan of RRBs are now being adopted. They are asked to submit their viability plan by this month end, and there will be 3-year roadmap. If they improve by 3 years, they will be stay afloat. Otherwise, either they will be merged or the takeover or something will be happening with RRBs too. So similarly, the roadmap for PSBs states that they should create a common talent pool so that there will be assistance between one bank to another. Okay, Paytm shareholders approve reappointment of Vijay Shekhar Sharma. You know that after the launch of Paytm in share markets, the IPO launch of Paytm, there are so many crises that hit this Paytm. Their credibility under question. So there was a doubt whether their founder Vijay Shekhar Sharma will be reappointed as their CEO or not. But shareholders gave a nod, or they gave the approval to reappoint him. Okay. Microfinance sector loan portfolio grows from 25 percentage to rupees 2.75 lakh crore in April and June. Microfinance industry witnessed a clear growth of 25 percentage on its loan portfolio. Okay, so this report is released by Southern, an RBI recognized self-regulatory organization for microfinance institution. Maybe the data and numbers related to microfinance is not important, but one point which we have highlighted for you is the SRO. SRO, what are the SROs? SROs are self-regulatory organizations that regulate themselves are called SRO. If you have seen yesterday's night conclave by PIMDA, where the PIMDA chairman was asking Reserve Bank of India governor to give them SRO status. To that, Mr. Saktikan Das has already told that the PIMDA enjoys more power than any ordinary SRO. So, what is the full form of PIMDA here? What is the full form of PIMDA? What is the full form of PIMDA? It is a What is the full form of PIMDA? Can anyone tell me over here? PIMDA full form. Okay. So PIMDA is the fixed income money market and derivative association. And as all you know, the instruments that has a validity period up to 1 year are called money market instruments. So PIMDA regulates this. PIMDA forms rule for them, but it is not a regulatory body. It is a association. Similarly, the Southern launched by RBI is recognized as a self-regulatory organization for microfinance entities. Barring banks, the portfolio of all lenders recorded a double-digit growth. Now, Kotak Mahindra rolls out lifestyle-focused salary account. So it's an individual product of individual bank. No need to remember it, but just have the news in your mind. Asian Development Bank provides USD 96.3 million loan to improve water supply in Himachal Pradesh. You know, many a times in bank exams, especially in RRB, loans provided by ADB, loans provided by development institutions like World Bank, IMF, etc., were always asked. Even last year, numbers, what is the assistance amount, was also asked. So that's why it's an important point. So I just want to reflect it, or you want to I want you to remember it. Like ADB has given a USD 96.3 million loan, which is about 769 crore in Indian rupees, for safe drinking water to improve the water supply and sanitation services in Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so Asian Development Bank headquartered in Philippines. President, Philippines, Manila. We have given you the um, exact city center name, but it is in Manila, Philippines. You can say Manila is the capital of Philippines. So often they ask you Manila, but to be specific, to be exact, it is Mandaluyong, Philippines. President Masatusagu Asawakwa. I think I have pronounced it wrongly, but it is something like Masasugu Asakawa, right? It is founded in the year 1966. Yes, Rishikesh is saying correct, sir. Previous year, approx 15 questions were asked in skill 3. Yes, yes. We closely monitor all the questions, previous year questions. Yes, that's why we try to teach in that fashion. So SEBI joins RBI's account aggregator system, AA. Nowadays, popularly they are named as AA. If the full form is asked, AA means the account aggregators. Account aggregators are licensed by RBI to enable the flow of data between financial information provider and financial information users. Last month, circulars, we RBI circulars, we have discussed it. Okay, so what is account aggregator means? Maybe you know that um, I'm a payment service provider, or I'm a Paytm payment bank. Maybe I'm not doing that much of business in monetary point of view, but I'm collecting data in huge number. So I can sell the data or the users in my portal to generate revenue to others, those who are maybe in need of that. Like I can give the data to the advertisers. I can give the data to the credit card company so that they can call, they can irritate the customers to generate business. Okay, so account aggregator services like that. In a big push for India's lending ecosystem, the market regulator SEBI said in a circular that it has joined RBI's account aggregator framework by allowing depositories, asset management companies, and mutual fund houses to become financial information service providers, FIPs. There could be FIUs, two entities. FIPs will provide the data. Like I am a payments company, okay, payments bank. I may not be generating profit. I have so much of data, so many people using Paytm or Phone Pay. So Paytm, Phone Pay can have the alternate way to generate profit. It can also become a financial information provider. It can sell the data. It can sell the data to a FIU, financial information user, like RBL cards. Okay, this Bajaj Finance card. Bajaj Finance is not having direct customer facing, okay, right? So they could buy the data from Paytm, Google Pay, etc. So this is FIP and they are FIU. Those who need the data are called financial information users, like credit card companies. The move will allow customers to share information about their mutual fund stock holding with the financial service providers. Under the framework, FIPs in the securities market, like depositories, asset management companies, through their registrar and transfer agents or RTAs, will provide the financial information those who are in need, like to the FIUs through any of the account aggregator registered in RBI. So data will be exchanged smoothly, and this will also diminish the chance of fraud. This will reduce the chance of fraud. Someone who is taking a loan from ICICI Bank, he may claim that I have so much of mutual fund, so many things, I have so much of shareholding, but ICICI Bank has no way to authenticate it. Now, as being a FIU, it can financial user, financial information user, it can ask information from stock market, from the depositories, to know about the wealth or the portfolio of the customer. Clear? Yes. Next. Next, central bank inks pacts with Potium Finance, Incred Finance to offer loans. So, state-owned Central Bank of India has forged co-lending partnership with Potium Finance and Incred Financial Services to offer loans to MSME. We know that for this year's exam, the co-lending model is important, and when it is a central bank, when it is a PS bank, so we must be knowing the fact. So the two institutions with whom the central bank has gone into an agreement is Potium Finance and Incred. Okay. So NABARD signs MOU with J&K Grameen Bank, sorry, J&K Bank, Grameen Bank for financing JLGs. So it's important. It's related to Grameen Bank. So MOU on promotion and financing 700 joint liability groups was signed and exchanged between NABARD, JK Regional Office and Jammu and Kashmir Grameen Bank. Under this MOU, J&K Bank will form and finance 700 JLGs in J&K and Ladakh, and NABARD will provide the promotional grant support of 4,000 rupees per JLG to J&K Grameen Bank. Okay, so next, Indian Bank inks MOU with SRM University in Andhra to lend up to rupees 50 crore. Indian Bank inks MOU with SRK University AP to lend up to 50 crores for startups in Andhra Pradesh, India, called Newsboyer. Indian Bank has collaborated with with Hatch Lab Research Center TBI of SRM University to launch IND Springboard. The bank will extend the loans up to rupees 50 crore to startups incubated at SRM Hatch Lab. So this is also important because startups are now included into PSL. So can you tell me what is the limit which is given to startups termed as PSL? Tell us the limit. SBC Bank partner with SIDB for empowering MSMEs. So SBC Cooperative Bank, one of the India's leading cooperative banks and small industries development bank, country's apex financial institution for MSMEs, announced entering into a partnership through an agreement. This is cooperative bank, they may not ask you, but nowadays cooperative banks are also doing well. Can anyone tell me how many cooperative banks are there in India? Currently, 12 public sector banks, 22 private sector banks, 11 small finance bank, 4 payments banks, 43 rural banks. So, 46 foreign banks are there in India. 46 foreign banks. These are the exact number of banks running their business in India. So, can anyone tell me how many cooperative banks are there currently functioning in India? नो, देखिए अमनदीप सिंह ये जो टाई अप है उसके रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन बहुत कम आते हैं बट नाउ डेज एनीथिंग कैन बी ए क्वेश्चन सो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम टीचिंग यू आई हैव ऑलवेज टोल्ड यू थिंग्स इन क्विक वेरिएबल can never be can never be asked in bank exams. So these agreements are changing very quickly. So I just want you to go through my class. I don't want you to remember it. The MCQs which we are providing to you, you go through it, you will remember it. Yatendra Pal Singh, Small Finance Bank, I guess it is 11 currently. Once you recheck, sorry, you may be calling this Unity Small Finance Bank. I think if we add up that, it will be 12, but it will be 11 or 12. I'm not sure because Unity Small Finance Bank is the last one to be added, but all the numbers are right. 43 RRB, 46 Small Finance Bank, to 12 public sector banks, 22 private sector banks. Okay, and yes, UCB could be 1539. You could be right. I'm not knowing the number, but we have in India currently 98,000 plus cooperative banks. That's mind boggling. So that's why RRB is nowadays stricter to regulate them. Okay. So Axis Bank inks MOU with Food Corporation of India to provide Ultima salary package. So it's a see. You asked me how to remember. Do you really think it is worth remembering? You may even if they ask you, you will remember that yes, I have read somewhere or I have seen somewhere Axis Bank having a pact with Food Corporation of India. But it is for their salary account. It's a individual private sector bank's individual product. These type of banks do thousands of gimmicks for their business point of view. It is their business initiative. It's not a knowledge based thing for you, but things that are like someone has done something for women empowerment, MSME startups, and especially public sector banks are important for you. So I just want you to go through it. I don't want you to remember. There is a difference because I cannot skip any financial or news update. Okay. IDFC Partner Bank, IDFC First Bank partners with Let's Venture to support startups. Okay, startup is a part of PSL now, so they may ask you, but there is a high probability they skip such type of agreements of private lenders. Okay, when there is a greater impact to society, economy, that could be a question. So you must be understanding the question maker's mind too. Okay. Next slide. Dhanalakshmi Bank enters into an agreement with New Street Technologies. So we'll be looking what is for that under what. So Dhanalakshmi Limited has entered into an agreement with Fast FinTech partner New Street Technology Private Limited for micro lending, operations management, and technology service under service sector. Under priority sector lending. Okay. So SEBI is this norm for AIF, BCF investments in overseas firms. It could be a question. India's alternate investment funds and venture capital funds can now invest in any company they want across the world. Earlier, it was amended that AIFs and BCFs raising funds in India should invest in only those companies globally that have connection to India or at least a back office in the country. Now they are free. Now they are free. Now they can invest in companies across the world in countries that are signatories to the IOSCO or International Organization for Securities Commission, multilateral memorandum of understanding between the regulators bearing countries having financial task action task force FATF restrictions. Countries that are under FATF scanner, there they cannot invest in any other country. Those who are under the purview of IOSCO, International Organization for Securities Commission, they can invest there. However, AIPs and BCFs still cannot invest in companies incorporated in countries that do not follow global money laundering norms, don't have bilateral MOU with SAB, or jurisdiction which are blacklisted by FATF. Also, transfer of sale of investment and overseas companies can only be made to the entities eligible as per the existing norm of India's Foreign Exchange Management Act 1999. Edelweiss MF launched India's first gold and silver fund. So it is one of the FOF, fund of funds. Fund of funds means a mutual fund investing in another mutual fund is called fund of funds. India's first gold fund, Nippon, India's ETF Gold BS, was launched in March 2007, while silver based mutual funds were first introduced in January this year. Okay, it is a fund of fund. It will be investing in Nippon and Gold BS fund and in silver based fund. Clear? Renew Power raises $1 billion through ECBs for battery enabled project. RBI disallows use of letter of comfort to impact debt worth of 35,000 crore. RBI has disallowed to use the letter of comfort which may impact loans worth 35,000 crore. 60% of these belong to power, healthcare, engineering and construction of the construction and road sector. With RBI's announcement, the credit rating of around 100 entities are expected to go down. So now letter of comfort for international trade. The letter of comfort was widely used for international trade. No more Indian companies will be allowed, Indian banks, Indian FIs will be allowed to launch to issue letter of comfort. What is letter of comfort? You can see the at the right side of the slide. LOCs is a better used by parent company which tells a bank that they know the loan is availed by one of their subsidiaries. The letter states that the parent company supports the subsidiary in the process and they will lend their hand wherever required. It is generally issued by a foreign companies that have their branches and subsidiaries in India. Okay. So when you know that there are subsidiaries, there are weak subsidiaries, you are giving a loan to a weak subsidiaries. If you will tell like ICICI have a subsidiary called ICICI Lombard. Okay. So maybe ICICI Lombard's financial condition is not good. Maybe they are good right now, but assume that their financial condition is not good. Or if you say because it's a financial institution that cannot take a loan, for example, any other like Reliance, right? Okay, the Reliance is in a good condition, but Geo is not doing well. The Geo, which is another venture of Reliance, wants to take a loan from the banks, right? So you are not comfortable to give a loan to Geo. At that point, Reliance will come up with a LOC, letter of comfort, stating that I know that Geo is taking this loan. In case Geo defaults, in case Geo is having any issue, any trouble on repaying, I will be there in the rescue. So that is called letter of comfort. So letter of comfort is now disallowed. So it will impact the loan worth 35,000 crore in India. Navi Mutual Fund launched India's first manufacturing index fund. So this index fund will be or the fund will be given, the mutual fund will especially be investing in the manufacturing sector. Sachin Bansal is the co-founder of Navi Group. Clear? Next. SIDB and ONDC link MOU to accelerate e-commerce for no, LOC is not, it's not similar to guarantee. It's a letter of comfort. They are legally not in a obligation to pay, but it gives a comfort for the banks to to sanction a loan. Okay, it's not exactly a guarantee. It's a comfort, right? Uh, like you are giving, you are lending someone. You are not sure. You are lending someone who is unemployed. His father is employed. So when you are giving a loan to your friend who is not employed, his father comes to you and says, yes, I know that my son is taking a loan who is currently unemployed. In case he don't get a job and don't repay you, I will help you out. So there you get a comfort that his father is knowing about the loan transaction. So maybe in case he fails, I can approach to his father. Clear? So CDP and ONDC MOU for e-commerce for small industries memorandum of understanding was recently inked between Open Network for Digital Commerce and Small Industries Development Bank to increase the participation of small and medium-sized business in e-commerce. As a part of MOU, CDB and ONDC will make efforts to help MSMEs to in accessing the Open Network for e-commerce platform. Open Network for e-commerce platform means it is accessible to every small entities to list their products in any e-commerce platform. SBI formalizes the policy to finance makers of lab grown diamonds. So SBI in the first Indian lender to frame a policy to fund makers of lab grown diamonds which come across as replicas of the natural stone. So now SBI can lend to the artificial diamond owners or the labs that are creating artificial diamonds. PFRDA discontinues credit card payment facility in Tier 2 NPS account. Earlier, in your Tier 2 NPS account, you can pay from your credit card. Now, it stands discontinued. PFRDA is also a regulatory entity. It regulates the provident funds in India. Okay, so it is headquartered in New Delhi. Chairperson is Supratim Bandyopadhyay. The authority has decided to stop the facility of payment or of subscription or contribution using credit card in the Tier 2. Tier 1 is account is linked to your employer. Tier 2 is a voluntary account. It is an additional account. You can make payment up to 1.5 lakh every year additional, where you can also get the 80C tax benefit over there. Okay. Axis Bank launches one-stop cash management proposition to automate receivables. Receivables means the bills. So this bill discounting business will be automated by Axis Bank through one-stop cash management. SEBI constitutes 15-member FPI advisory committee. Former CA KB Subramanian appointed as the chairman of that committee. The chairman of the committee is the former chief economic advisor KB Subramaniam. Okay. So IBC case, every one rupees 100 claims admitted, banks took haircut of rupees 69. So haircut means the loss incurred by banks on resolution of stressed asset. So when rupees 100 is recovered, at that same time banks bear a loss of rupees 69. Okay, 69 percentage goes into haircut. Banks continue to reel under proportionately large haircuts with an average of rupees 69 going towards the losses of rupees 100 of collection through the insolvency and bankruptcy process. Clear? So that means IBC is not working in the favor of banks clearly. HDFC Bank launches co-branded credit card with Tata Neu. Amex launches Global Pay for cross-border payments. Bob Financial launches co-branded credit card with the Indian Army. Okay, Bob Financial Services is a subsidiary of Bank of Baroda. HDFC receives SEBI approval to change in control of HDFC AMC. Market regulator SEBI has granted its approval to the NBFC giant to change in control of its subsidiary HDFC AMC. HDFC received the approval on August 4th. SEBI's approval for the change in control of HDMC is due to the change in co-sponsor of HDFC Mutual Fund on account of the proposed composite scheme of amalgamation for the merger of HDFC Investment and HDFC Holdings. It is wholly owned subsidiary of HDFC with and into the company. HDFC raises $1.1 billion in debt for affordable housing. Important because affordable housing is a social scheme. HDFC raised $1.1 billion in debt for financing to the affordable housing operations of the bank. The lender said in an exchange filing. Exchange filing means the report that is sent to the BSE and NSE. The company has raised the fund through syndicated social loan facility, and it is priced at a margin of 9 basis point over the secured overnight financing rate. Scheduled commercial banks credit growth accelerate further to 14.2 percentage in June. The commercial banks credit growth, because these are quick variables, so may not be that important, but it is related to credit and loans. So just have a look into it. Credit growth of scheduled commercial bank accelerated further 14.2 percentage in June from 6 percentage 1 year ago and 10.8 percentage a quarter ago. However, the aggregate deposit growth has remained in the range of 9.5 to 10.2 percentage. GST e-invoicing must for entities worth rupees 10 crore turnover from October 1st. So the government has widened the ambit of the e-invoicing of business entities. So now turnover threshold of 10 crore from 10 crore, which was earlier rupees 20 crore. So anyone breaching the threshold of 10 crore needs to do e-invoicing from October 1st. The move is aimed at digitalizing a higher volume of transactions. So beyond 10 crores, if your turnover is beyond 10 crores, so no more manual invoicing in GST. Mandatorily, you have to do e-invoicing. Earlier, the limit was 10 crore. SBI tops chart in debit card market. HDFC leads credit card. So now State Bank of India, this SBI tops in debit card market. Maximum debit cards by State Bank of India. It's a common fact because they are having high network of accounts, savings account and current accounts. And HDFC leads the credit card market. So with that, we will start the MCQs for this session. Hope you enjoyed this session. In case anyone is new to the platform, do subscribe to Knowledgist. And you can also subscribe to our dedicated last minute banking and financial awareness course. The exclusive code is last minute. So let's start. Let's discuss the MCQs. You can also join our dedicated Telegram weekly banking and beyond magazine. We have started for republishing. That is also being uploaded in our Telegram / Knowledgist channel. Okay, just search Knowledgist and do it. Microfinance sector's loan portfolio grows 25 percentage to dash crore in April and June. Your answers, please. Yes, Sumit, we are taking. So last minute classes we will start very soon. Don't worry. These will be internal classes. So right answer is C. Microfinance sector's loan portfolio grows from 24 percentage to 2.75 lakh crore. The ADB will provide a loan of USD dollar. How much of USD dollar for a project to the Himachal Pradesh for safe drinking water? Your options are on the screens. 106.3 million, 96.3 million, 91.7 million, or 86.3 million USD. Very good. Most of you remember it. It is USD 96.3 million. Remember, to Himachal Pradesh and for safe drinking water and sanitization. Recently, which market regulator has joined RBI as a account aggregator framework? So, among these four, SIDBI, BBB, IRDAI, and SEBI, who has joined the RBI for the account aggregator framework? No need to waste time. It is SEBI. Which state-owned bank in August 2022 has forged a co-lending partnership with Potium Finance and Incred Financial Services to offer loans to MSME borrowers? Union Bank, Bank of India, Central Bank of India, or IndusInd Bank? It is CBI, Central Bank of India. Clear. Which organization has signed MOU with J and K Grameen Bank for financing to the JLG? Should be RBI, IRDAI, and NABARD. MOU with J and K Grameen Bank. So it is NABARD. So NABARD will give assistance of 4,000 to each GLGs of JNK. Which state-owned bank recently inks MOU with SRM University to lend up to 50 crore to startups in Andhra Pradesh? Indian Bank, Bank of India, Central Bank, Andhra Bank. It is Indian Bank. Indian Bank. Which organization signs MOU with SBC Bank, one of India's leading cooperative bank, for empowering MSMEs? Should be RBI, IRDI, and NABARD. When it is MSME, definitely SIDBI. Okay? When it is MSME, it should always be SIDBI. Axis Bank inks MOU with which organization to provide Ultima salary package? It is Food Corporation of India, FCI. According to the latest data, which bank in India is the top player with a 30% market share of debt of cards as of June 2022? Can anyone tell me? Yes, many people are saying SBI. The right answer is SBI, State Bank of India. State Bank of India number one in debit cards, HDFC number one in credit cards. Alternate investment funds. India's AI and venture capital funds can now invest in any of the companies across the world, and that country must be under IOSCO. IOSCO, and what is the acronym of S in IOSCO? Secured Securities Service Special. Secured Securities Service Special Society, you are saying, Patidar, there is no such option called society. The right answer is securities. It is International Organization of Securities Commission. Which mutual fund has launched India's first scheme to offer exposures to gold and silver via a single fund? UTI, Axis, Edelweiss, Aditya Birla. It is Edelweiss Mutual Fund, which is recently launched a fund of fund, or FOF, fund of fund. A mutual fund investing in another mutual fund is called FOF. This is first fund which is investing both in gold and silver. Silver mutual funds. Gurgaon based Renew Power has raised what amount of project loan through ECBs, tying up with 12 international banks for the finance? $2 billion, $1 billion, $1.5 billion, or $5 billion? Right, $1 billion. Right, right. Chandan Kumar, why you said C? It is not the right answer. Next question. The person regulates PFRDA has discontinued the facility of which mode of payment in Tier 2 NPS account? UPI, credit card, debit card, or net banking? Which of these payment instruments cannot be used in Tier 2 NPS account? Credit card. Which bank becomes the first Indian bank to launch Axis Receivable Suits, an innovative cash management position? So this question is not useful because we have already mentioned Axis here. So it is definitely the Axis Bank. SEBI continues 15-member FPI advisory committee. Who appointed as the chairman of this advisory committee? Amartya Sen, KB Subramaniam, Montek Singh Ahluwalia, Abhijit Banerjee. The right answer over here is KB Subramaniam, the former chief economic advisor. In IBC case, as per a study, for rupees 100 claims admitted, banks give a haircut up to what amount? 38, 69, 56, 43. Yes, it is 69. Rupees 69 haircut loss. Which bank which bank launches co-branded credit card with Tata Neo? Amit Kumar, sir, please provide marathon class on static banking awareness quest. Already provided. If not received, WhatsApp me. HDFC, BOI, SBI, and ICICI Bank. This is already provided in group. All marathon class PDFs provided in group. It is HDFC Bank. Which organization raised $1.1 billion in debt for affordable housing? $1.1 billion for affordable housing. Yes, it is HDFC. Yes, it is HDFC. Scheduled commercial banks credit growth accelerated to what percentage in June? 10.2, 12.2, 14.2, or 19.8? Yes, very rightly remembered by our students. It is 14.2. 14.2. Sorry, B is not the right answer. C is the right answer. It is 14.2. Yes. The government has widened the ambit of e-invoicing for business by lowering the mandatory turnover threshold from to what amount from existing 20 crores. 10 crore, 15 crore, 18 crore, 12 crore. Yes, it is 12 crores. And with this, we end all the MCQs for the month of August. Hopefully, you loved this session. If you really loved it, do like, give a thumbs up, share it max. And remember, this PDF I will share in night. Just I will relook into the questions and the PDF. It will be shared. And 120 MCQs of August, 120 plus MCQs of August will also be uploaded in quiz section in 2 days. Apart from that, the entire financial awareness for 2022 PDF will also be upgraded, will also be added by, will also be added. The August MCQs will be added there, and I will resend the consolidated MCQ again. And last minute one liner, everything is being shared to you. The group पीडीएफ कहाँ अपलोड होती है? पीडीएफ अपलोड होता है एग्जिस्टिंग बैच में, आपके फोल्डर के नाम पर एप्लीकेशन में जो एग्जिस्टिंग फोल्डर है, बैंक आरबीआई सर्कुलर जिस्ट, उसके पीडीएफ्स, बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंशियल, मंथली बैंकिंग एंड फाइनेंस, जनरल बैंकिंग, प्रोफेशनल बैंकिंग, टॉप 100 एमसीक्यू सीरीज, आप कंटेंट सेक्शन में जाइए, एप्लीकेशन में वहां पे मिल जाएगा. ठीक है, तो थैंक यू अगेन फॉर योर लव, टाइम एंड सपोर्ट. In case you have not yet registered, please register to the dedicated batch. Humongous 450 people got successful in last batch. I want more this time. Important professional MCQ question class pending. Yes, 50 we covered. 200 almost ready. I was waiting for this to be covered. So I will cover it in tomorrow onwards, day after tomorrow onwards, 10 p.m. banking classes. I will take more banking classes at 10 p.m. So there professional banking things will be covered. Thanks, sir. Nice session. Anil is saying thank you again. So thank you. Thank you. See you at 9 p.m. in the dedicated class of whoever teacher today as per the schedule. So please join 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. class. Don't miss it in